Where are you from?
I'm from Olympia, Washington, but I live in Bend, Oregon.
How were you discovered?
I was discovered when I was 13 years old at a scouting event. I really wanted to be an actress, but then they were like, you should be a model. So that's kind of like how I got into what I'm doing.
What magazines or ads have you been in?
Oh wow, I've been in Cake magazine, I've been on the cover of Sin magazine, the cover of Clio Malaysia. I've just been in, a few really cool artsy editorials here and there, just in some web magazines, so it's really cool.
How do you feel about this career?
I love my career so much. Like, I feel like if I could be an actress, it's my way of being an actress without having to speak. It's really fun for me to just pretend to be like I'm somebody else for the day.
How did you decide to become a model?
I think that I was just flipping through some magazines one day and I just was like, you know what, I want to do this too. It seems like fun, and I started, doing photo shoots really young and just really learning about the industry. So as soon as I, got a feel for it, I just totally fell in love, and I've been doing it ever since.
How would you describe your specialty?
How would I describe my specialty? I don't know. I just feel like it's almost like I'm this really shy person when you first meet me, but then as soon as the camera comes out, it's like boom, I'm this like completely different, just like X factor in the room. So it's really cool.
Who is your favorite model who you look up to?
Oh goodness, I think that my favorite model is probably Carly Kloss, because she's the same height that I am, and I know that if she can do it, I can do it. No matter what people say, if I'm too tall or whatever, I don't care. I know that I can do it.
What would your ideal job be?
Oh my gosh, my ideal job would be to work for Saint Laurent. I remember reading an editorial about him in Vogue magazine when I was young, and I just really fell in love with the clothes, and I feel like that would be that was like the creme de la creme of my career, would be to work for Saint Laurent.
Do you consider yourself lucky?
Oh my gosh, I consider myself lucky every single day, because I know just like the fact that I'm standing here right now is a blessing. A lot of girls would kill to have the spot that I have, at my agency. So just every single day I'm like, thank you God for putting me here and just allowing me to be able to do what I do every day.
What advantages do you have?
I would say the advantages that I have would be traveling the world, getting to experience all these different cultures, but also being able to fill my creative need and being able to create something artistic.
What did you do before?
Before I was a model, I was actually a telemarketer. I used to call people all day long trying to sell them services over the phone that they really, really didn't need to buy, so it was really tough.
Why didn't you want to continue
doing telemarketing? I think that the daily rejection on like a daily basis was really hard, and I just was like, I need to do something I really enjoy doing. And so I tried out for a reality show called America's Next Top Model, and I won last season. So that's why I'm here today, and decided I would never, ever, ever sit at a desk in front of a computer and call mean people all day for the rest of my life. So that's probably why I didn't continue doing that.
Would you rather have a car or a diploma?
I think that I would rather have a diploma rather than a car, honestly, because I know now that as I get older, education is really, really important to have. And so I value that way more than I value any type of material things.
How do you feel about globalization?
What does that mean?
What do you think about the amount of stuff people buy?
Oh, I feel that people buy too many things and the world's getting overpopulated, and the thing that scares me the most is the amount of waste that we as humans create. And so I always wonder, how much trash I make in my house, like what it's like for everyone else on the street. So I think that that's my biggest worry, is just that things are getting too big, we're making too many things, and I just worry about Mother Earth.
Would you rather live the American way or be a socialist?
I think I'd rather live the American way. I love being an American. Totally.
What does the American way mean to you?
I feel like the American way to me means really it's all about entrepreneurism, making something out of nothing, and really hard work, because nothing is handed to you anymore. And it just, I feel like it creates more of a gratefulness attitude towards it if it's something that you work really hard for, instead of just like, oh, here you go, so.
What does the future look like to you?
To me, the future looks like a lot of, charity events, and really just trying to figure out what I can do to impact the world. I have so many ideas as I'm driving down the street and seeing just all of the homelessness and struggle around us, and I really want to figure out something that I can do to make a difference. So that's probably, like, I don't know, I feel like that's always what I'm thinking about is how I can bring something together, get people involved in helping others. So I'd say that's what my future looks like.
How do you feel about having children?
Oh my gosh, I love children. Actually, I was going to become an English teacher. I went to college for a little bit, and I've just always had a really good connection with kids and animals, so I figured it would be a great environment for me to work in with kids. So hopefully one day, after the modeling and I've made enough money to put myself all the way through school, I would love to become a teacher and just work with kids on a daily basis.
What conflicts or challenges is the world facing today?
I feel like the conflicts and challenges that the world's facing today is a lot of self-entitlement, a lot of selfishness, and a lot of people don't know how to cooperate properly. And I feel like that's why we have so many issues in other countries and wars going on, because people just don't know how to, make a deal, compromise, and just get over it, instead of, constantly trying to get what they want.
What do you think of the creative scene in Los Angeles?
Oh my gosh, I feel like ever since I have entered the creative scene in Los Angeles, my life has changed in a good way. I've never met so many people with so many great ideas and just this passion for creating. I mean, I've lived in New York and I've traveled all over the world, but there's something special about LA that just makes it different. I mean, we have the Hollywood sign, we have all the stars lining the streets, but there's something underneath it. I mean, down from like the people selling their art on the street to the photographers making millions of dollars. It's just this crazy world that coexists with itself.
What is your favorite way to communicate?
My favorite way to communicate is through photo shoots and through like the makeup and the clothes and stuff. I get to create this character or this person that other people want to make into themselves if they were to put that item of clothing on.
What is your favorite film, book, and music right now?
I would have to say my favorite film of all time is Dirty Dancing, because I love Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey. They're like, I just watch that movie anytime I'm sad and it makes me happy. I love listening to really chill music like Sublime, and I'd say, what was the other one? Books. Oh, right now I'm reading a lot of books on social media and marketing and stuff for the internet, because I do have a really big following on Instagram, and I'm trying to figure out what the best way to go about handling it is. So the last book I read was The Power of Instagram and how to blog your way to a six-figure income. So that's what's on my bookshelf right now.